It's 3 years since Scotland was dragged out of the EU against our wishes, and it's increasingly obvious that there's no good Brexit. An excellent report from UK and a Changing Europe has just been published, which highlights the challenges of where we are currently and the fast approaching deadlines which the UK is not prepared for. I challenged the Prime Minister over the report's findings. Surely the Prime Minister would agree with me, with the electorate and the experts that Brexit has only served to exacerbate cost of living and economic challenges facing these islands. Yeah. Being out of Europe impacts us in so many ways, as the loss of specialist doctors demonstrates. With over 4,000 fewer EU or EFTA specialist doctors in the UK than pre-EU referendum trends, there is a clear evidence that shutting off free movement is a totally unnecessary barrier to recruitment for our care and health services. Despite this, both the Tories and Labour insist on trying to make Brexit work. Scotland's best future lies as an independent state in the European Union. This week saw the annual Holocaust Memorial Day, and I signed the Holocaust Educational Trust Book of Commitment on behalf of my constituents. I also spoke in the debate on the humanitarian crisis in Nagorno-Karabakh, which risks becoming a genocide of the Armenian people. Azerbaijan is creating a false narrative as a pretext to ethnically cleanse the Armenian population of Nagorno-Karabakh. I challenged the ministers over reserved areas adversely affecting social security and pension taxation, policy areas which Scotland needs independence to decide on for ourselves. The Tory government's changes to the Universal Credit Administrative Earnings Threshold will mean 600,000 more people are going to risk having their vital payments sanctioned. When I brought up the issue of pension tax rules in November, the Secretary of State agreed that pensions were an important issue and that he would be meeting the Chancellor later that day. Can he give us an update? Only with independence can we make real-time decisions for ourselves, based on the needs of our economy and our society. We also need it to protect ourselves from harmful decisions, such as the threat to our health service from the creeping privatisation in England and from the UK Internal Market Act, which could impose similar measures against our wishes. This week, the votes were on the Economic Crime and Corporate Transparency Bill, where I backed cross-party amendments to strengthen the bill in areas such as compensation for victims and for greater transparency of ownership in the British Overseas Territories. As always, if you would like an advice surgery appointment, call me on 01506 654415 or email at martyn.day.mp@parliament.uk. And until next week, stay safe.